We talked about adding Armie Armstead. We talked about adding Jadeveon Clowney and Marcus Golden. And those are players who the Houston Texans could have a possibility of signing, but they're also big names. So I'm going to give you guys a name that not a lot of people are talking about, that not a lot of people really know outside of that team's area. He had a breakout season, and yet people still don't know his name, and he is a free agent, and the Houston Texans could definitely get him for cheap. It is time for the Houston Texans to sign Jordan Phillips. Cue the intro.
The city of the dream team, Hakeem, Two-Ring, Beyonce, yeah, man. And I remember hot summer, hot winter. I couldn't fight, so the block made a hot spill.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the 713 Houston Sportcast. I am your host, Ruben Calavillo. And yes, Jordan Phillips is a free agent and he plays defensive tackle for the Buffalo Bills. And, pause right there. Ruben, we have DJ Reader. He's not going to leave. Well, you don't know that, right? So DJ Reader is probably going to demand big money because he had a fantastic season, right? He was great against the run and he was a real force down there. But he didn't have the sack totals. I believe he only had 3.5 sacks on the season. And, a lot of people in the league are regarding him as one of the best defensive tackles, if not the best defensive tackles in the NFL. So who knows what he's going to ask of the Houston Texans, how much money he's going to get. We do have the possibility of franchising DJ Reader, but who knows if he's going to sign it and stay. This might be a situation like Clowney. But Jordan Phillips plays the same position that DJ Reader plays, and I think he plays it better. And he was fantastic against the run. It was very hard, to run against the Buffalo Bills, and he was a big part of it. But not only that, the man had 9.5 sacks as a defensive tackle, second in the Bills defense. Now, I know a lot of people are like, well, if he was so good, then why wasn't he, out there? Well, you got to think about it, They were stacked. They have, the all-pro linebacker, Tremaine Edwards, right? They have star rookie defensive end, Ed Oliver, and a bunch of people. They focus more on them instead of the quiet season that Jordan Phillips was having. And, I love DJ Reader, but his only problem is he cannot get to the quarterback. And I'm going to beat this drum again against the Chiefs game. We couldn't get to Patrick Mahomes. And having somebody like Jordan Phillips, who's shown this season that he could get to the quarterback, 9.5 sacks, you don't get that just by luck. And he was there, and he was a force for the Buffalo Bills, and that was his breakout season. He's been in the league for almost 6 or 7 years, and he never had a season like this one. So a lot of people are really questioning, is this a one-year wonder, or is this guy finally gotten into his mode, into his game mode? And, who knows? And that's why I think the Houston Texans should sign him, because you're not going to break the bank on this guy, right? Because, like I said, this is his breakout season. And if you sign him for cheap, maybe a 1-year, 2-year deal, and he becomes a player like he did with the Buffalo Bills, the Houston Texans, they got an absolute steal in free agency. And if they didn't, hey, you sign him for cheap, you could just let him go once his contract was up. But like I said, you don't get 9.5 sacks on an accident. You don't play great against the run on accident. And he still played a little amount of time because of the other stars on the Buffalo Bills defensive line. On here, we need bodies. We need pass rushers. He's going to be on the field for almost a lot, as much as DJ Reader, because how good against the pass that Jordan Phillips is. We have a new defensive coordinator, Anthony Weaver, who, like I said, he's been under Doug Marrone. He's been under Rex Ryan. So who knows what he's going to bring. But adding somebody like Jordan Phillips, like I said, a name that nobody really knows unless you're a hardcore football fan. He could come on the team and make an impact immediately, and it adds pressure to the other guys, right? It adds pressure to DJ Reader, right? Is this guy going to take my spot, or is he just a constant piece? He's going to elevate him, and that's the goal, right? You want players to come in and elevate each other, and that's the kind of player I think Jordan Phillips is. I think he's going to come in. I don't think he's going to, come in and like just demand the locker room. I think he's going to be even-headed guy. Hey, I'm blessed to be here. I'm happy to be here. Let's win. And who knows, if it works out and he replicates exactly what he did, man, this defense is going to be absolutely scary. And I just can't wait for it to, to happen. Free agency is right around the corner. We're going to go through the combine first, and then we're going to go through free agency. Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows if the Texans are going to be aggressive? Actually, scratch that. I know the Houston Texans are going to be aggressive just by the way they were with Bill O'Brien as a GM for a couple months. But let me know what you guys think. Should we sign Jordan Phillips? If you want to look him up, I'm going to make a highlight reel of him because he doesn't have one. That's how unknown he is. So just be looking for that, guys. As always, go Texans. You guys have a blessed day.